So yeah, so today we are talking about WhatsApp, marketing. So we will look at, in fact, we will go between HubSpot as well as WhatsApp in between to try and see, some of the things we're doing in WhatsApp or in Meta, I should say, right? And at the same time, how those things are, working out in HubSpot. So that is that. We'll go through some of those things. We'll switch screens. We'll look at various things. But before we get into it, let's just start from the basics. I've already told a little bit about us. I think that's good enough. Uh, let's get into the WhatsApp stuff right away. Okay, cool. So before we begin, the basics of WhatsApp. I'm sure everybody is using HubSpot, so that is clear. But basics of WhatsApp are necessary. There are three kinds of WhatsApp accounts. There is a personal WhatsApp business account, personal WhatsApp app which you use on the phone. Mostly, we all use it for personal communication with our friends and family. Okay. Then there is the WhatsApp business app. Again, this works on the phone, but this is mostly used for business messaging. Even some people use personally and business, they collaborate and use the same app. It gives you more features, like you can have an app, you can have your business catalog and some of the things. It also gives you very simple automation, like setting up a out of office or things like that, right? And then it allows you to put up your business listing, your website and everything. And in some countries, wherever payments are supported, WhatsApp also allows you to take payments from your customers, right? So that is the WhatsApp business app. I must mention this is limited to the phone, right? And obviously, you can use your web WhatsApp or the WhatsApp desktop apps to use it on a computer. But yes, essentially the objective is to use it on the phone app, right? Then comes the third version, which is the WhatsApp Business API. Okay. Now, whenever somebody takes the WhatsApp Business API, this the number that you're using on this one on API, you cannot use that number, that phone number, on a phone, on a device. Okay. So this is a confusion which I often see happen. A lot of people, go for the API. They give their, number, whatever they were using on the phone, and they say, okay, let's go for API. Obviously, API gives some additional advantages, which we will talk about in just a bit. But the number stops working on your phone the moment you make it an API number. So that is very important for everybody to know and remember that you can either use it on the phone or use a WhatsApp business API. You cannot have both on the same phone number. Okay. All of these have access to multiple devices. Like you can use four devices if you're using the phone version. You can have as many devices if you're using the API version, right? So all those things are different, but do remember the phone number is limited. Either you can use it on the phone using a personal or a business app, or you can use it on a WhatsApp API. Okay. Let me go into little more details and share some more information. The phone version does not allow, any automation. That's the primary difference between an API and the apps that you use on the phone, right? So if you look at it, messages are free in both the apps, right? But if you use the WhatsApp API, you will start paying per message to WhatsApp or to Meta. WhatsApp Meta, it's the same thing. I may sometimes say WhatsApp, sometimes I may say Meta. Just be assured it's the same thing. Uh, right? So in the API version, you have to pay per message, right? So mostly it is being used by businesses only because obviously, if you want to pay for the message, you must be getting out something for your business. Is why you are moving to the API version, right? Uh, Phone apps give you a user interface, but the API version does not. So Meta directly does not give you a UI to send messages, receive messages, or do anything. Meta does not, right? It is mostly through other companies that people get uh, access to a UI. Okay, and when I say other companies, let me share that a little. So WhatsApp API can be purchased either through a provider which has been certified by Meta or through Meta directly. Okay. Now either you can take it through the provider, which means there are companies like an Infobip, MessageBird, CM, right? All these companies exist, wherein you can say I want a WhatsApp, API. they will give you access to that. They will also give you some UI on where which you can use to do certain things like send messages, receive messages, some see some reports, do some automations. Right? Those are the elements that you will see that these provider apps will give you. Right? That is one part of it. Last year, Meta said you can take the API directly from Meta. Right? You don't have to go through a provider. About 2 years ago, you had to go through a provider. There was no way you could directly use it, but now you have to you have that option that you can take it directly from Meta as well, so you do not need to go through a provider in between. Okay. So yeah, so coming back, so the UI is dependent on whether the provider is giving you a UI or not, or if you're using certain app which gives you a UI or not, right? On the phone version, obviously, you have a UI on the phone. You can use a web desktop version, right? All those things exist, right? Then obviously the account type is personal or business, those are standard things. You need to have a business profile approved by Meta in case you're using the WhatsApp business API, right? So you have to have a business account. It takes certain things. It will verify your business. It will ask you to put up a payment method because you're using paper message platform, right? So it will ask you various things, and you have to complete that in order to be able to use that API. On the phone version, none of this exists, obviously, because there are limited conditions that. I mean, first of all, you don't have to pay for the message, but secondly, even if you're using for the business reasons, unless you start taking payments and all, Meta will not force you to put in your web, business details or legal details, right? The messaging capabilities is where the key difference lies, which is that, like you can see, right, in the phone version, you can send personal one-to-one group message, right? Those are the limitations. On the API version, you can use it for bulk messaging, which is where the marketing use cases come in, and we'll talk about it in just a bit. But yes, that is the primary reason why the WhatsApp Business API has become popular last year. Earlier, when they launched, they said you can only use it for customer success, customer support, but sometime last year they launched the marketing version as well, so you can use it for WhatsApp marketing, right? I'm sure a lot of you are already using it, but yes, for those who are not aware, so these are various kinds of messages. WhatsApp will say that, okay, if you're using a customer support message, it will, they will charge you a different versus a marketing message may be charged higher, right? Also, the prices depend based on which country you are sending the messages to, not where you're sending it from. If I, as a business in India, if I'm sending messages to Poland or Italy, I will be charged according to Italy and Poland's rates, not by what the India rates are. Okay, so where you're sending the messages, that is how your pricing will be defined, and all these pricing, per message pricing, etc., is all clearly mentioned on Meta's website as well. So you can figure that out transparently. That, okay, this is what I'm going to pay if I do XYZ campaign, or this is what I plan to do. Okay. And again, like I said, the messaging capabilities and automation is where the key differences are. The API allows you to do a lot more automation. The business app allows you some simple automations on the phone, and then certain things that you can use on HubSpot, that again I will share, that you can use for some automation, some simple automations. Okay. The business app, again, the business app on the phone or the WhatsApp personal app on the phone, if you're using any of these, you cannot send automated WhatsApp messages. Okay, you may be able to do certain things based on incoming messages, but you cannot send automatic messages if you're using any of those two. It's a WhatsApp limitation. Okay, if there are any questions, I can take it in between as well. If you want to unmute, you can ask. In fact, let me just look at the chat. Can I use my own service provider? Stanley, yeah, you will get the recording post, once we close this. When you say, Abhishek, when you say, can I use my own service provider, could you elaborate? Do you mean you want to choose your own business provider for WhatsApp? Is that the question? Okay, yes. The answer is yes. Meta provides a list of providers which they have authorized. You can just Google for Meta service providers, and you will be able to find the authorized organizations, and you can choose whichever you want. Okay. I must mention all these providers have certain different functionalities. So yeah, so you may want to look at their demos before choosing one. Also, the pricing depends based on the provider. So while Meta has a standard pricing, if you go through a provider, there will be some additional cost that the provider is going to charge you. Okay, so you should be aware of that as well. Again, you can look at your provider. You can see what functionalities they are giving, as well as what prices they are giving, and accordingly take a call. So yeah, all that is possible. And of course, you can even switch providers if you want. If let's say you're using some provider XYZ months, and then you figure out there is a better provider or different provider who's giving you certain additional functionality, you can switch. Some providers allow you to retain their number, retain the same phone number. Some do not. So again, you will have to check with them before porting your provider. Some will say that yes, bring your existing number even if you're using with another provider, we will port it. Some do decline. So do make sure before you switch your provider. Okay. Any other question around this so far? Okay, let's move forward. Let's talk use cases right away. Okay. In fact, we were just talking about providers. So yeah, so you can I just googled quickly. So you will see, Meta has these filters. You can choose based on your country, language, all these things. Here I've chosen WhatsApp, and you can see there is a list of providers that it has given, right? So it's a huge list, and obviously it's not loaded fully, but yeah, there are thousands of providers now globally. You can choose, whatever industry specialties, service model, etc., etc. You can choose, and you can pick up whichever provider you want to go for. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Uh, let's get into the use cases now. Let's start from the simplest one. Uh, okay, if you want to try it out, you can try it here. So the use case is that I want to. Let me go to this page. Okay. The use case is that when somebody fills a form on my website, I want to send them a WhatsApp message. Okay. Now, here is this page that we have. If you want to try, you can give it a shot. There is a form on this page. If you fill the form, uh, and obviously agree to the to receive the communication, right? Once you press submit, you will see you get a message from this way. Uh, some obviously it's a canned response, it's a approved template. Yeah, I must mention, for all the API messages, you have to get a approval from WhatsApp if you are initiating the conversation. Okay. When I say you are initiating the conversation, so in this case, let's say if you fill the form, you have not reached out to us on WhatsApp. You filled a form, but I want to send you a WhatsApp message. So I am initiating a conversation. In this case, I will have to get that template approved from WhatsApp before I am able to send that message as a template. Okay. If you send me a WhatsApp message, then you have initiated the conversation, in which case I have a 24-hour window where I can send any WhatsApp message. Okay. Then I don't need an approval from WhatsApp. Okay. So yeah, so that's the simplest of use case wherein I can see that okay, this is a form or a form submission on my website, and somebody wants to reach out to me. I can reach out to them on WhatsApp. I will keep moving to the next use cases. Obviously, if there are any questions, please reach out. Okay, I must share this, the interesting use case, but just give me a second. I think I should share the entire window so you can see all of it. Uh, okay, okay, great. Cool. So the next one I want to share is that so a lot of you may now know that you are able to on WhatsApp. People are business is able to send various options, right? I can set a button. Okay, for press one for this, press two for this, press three for that, right? All those things you are able to see now, right? So you can see here is a template that we've created in our Meta account. You can see over here there are three options. right? There are three buttons. I can, when the user initiates the conversation, this is how you will see. As you can see over here, it says message preview. You'll see three options, right? And based on what the user selects, uh, I can reply and I can set these workflows in HubSpot. Okay. So the use case is that when the customer is trying to reach out to you on WhatsApp, you can create certain options, and these options can be controlled via HubSpot. So I can create that, okay, if the user says add license, what should be the reply, or what should be the content. I can set a knowledge based article if I want to do it, right? If you want to again try, let's look at it. Okay, I'll put this again in the chat if you want to give it a shot. There is this page. On this page, you will see the WhatsApp icon over here. Okay, if you click this WhatsApp icon, it will obviously take, if you're logged into WhatsApp, it will take you to web WhatsApp, and it will initiate a conversation. Now, if you initiate that conversation, you will start seeing these messages uh, that I'm showing, that I've created here in Meta in my WhatsApp account. Okay. Now, these messages, once you click, the responses that you will get are based on the HubSpot workflows that I've set on my HubSpot account. Okay. Yes, Michael. You can do all of that, like I'm sharing over here, right? So if you click that WhatsApp icon on our website, you will obviously go to WhatsApp. As an end user, you will start, interacting on WhatsApp. But I would have created those actions in my HubSpot account for you to, get those responses. Uh, does that answer? Okay. Cool. So yeah, so this is the one of, again, we started with the form. Now we are on WhatsApp, and we can create small flows over here, right? As you can see, this is all I have created on my Meta account, and then I can interact with the user on my WhatsApp account, right? Okay, so that's another use case. Let me move to another use case, which is, and I'll just share one of the use cases over here. If you can see over here, it's the third option is book a call. Now, what happens is, yeah, feel free to ask more questions. What will happen is, if I click book a call, I will be given a link to book a meeting. Now, if you're using HubSpot, you may have noticed, right? I can book a meeting using my HubSpot booking page, meeting booking page, right? Now, once I book the meeting, obviously HubSpot gives you all these options that you can send an email, and you can send an email reminder and things like that. But if you're using the WhatsApp API, you can again automate all of this on WhatsApp as well. So I can get a thank you for booking the meeting on WhatsApp right away. If the meeting is set for, let's say, tomorrow, so I can set a reminder on WhatsApp also, that okay, tomorrow morning this message should go to the user that okay, 3 o'clock we have this meeting today, right? There's a small limitation in HubSpot right now in terms of meeting reminders actually, which is that I can't set a reminder based on the meeting time. I can only set a meeting reminder on WhatsApp based on the meeting day. So I can choose 13th of June. I cannot say that, okay, if the meeting is at 5 p.m., send a reminder at 4 p.m. No, I can set a consistent flow that, okay, whenever the day of the meeting is there for any person, at 8 a.m., send this WhatsApp reminder. Right? I can do things like that. Unfortunately, the timing is, the parameter is still missing in HubSpot, but hopefully that should come soon as well. Yeah. So yeah, so once you set up, the flows, this WhatsApp message, right? You can do more in your HubSpot account as well. Yeah. So those are another some of the use cases that how people are using. Okay. Let me get into more into marketing. So I'm using a tool that we've developed. Obviously, it's called Vira, VIRA. Okay. What it allows is basically we want to send. Yes, you will need both Meta and Nestle. That's right, Michael. Uh, so yeah, so you will need, and obviously you will need HubSpot as well. Sorry. Okay. So yes, what you will need to do is, you can set up marketing campaigns in the Nestle app, in the Vira app, and let me quickly show you how. So over here, you must be seeing, so this is a chat dashboard, like, if you're If you configure the WhatsApp API and connect it with our app, your Meta app with with the Vira app, what will happen is you will start seeing a dashboard like this where you can manage all these chats that whenever a message comes onto your WhatsApp API account, you have a chat interface where you can talk to them directly. Okay, this interface is not provided by Meta. This is something that we built on top of your Meta account. Okay, but the interesting part is not this chat dashboard. The interesting part is that you can go and create campaigns. Now, as a marketer, I want to do this, right? I want to create campaigns. So what I can do is I can choose again, like I said, earlier, WhatsApp will ask you to create templates and get these approved by them, right? So I can choose a WhatsApp template, whichever I want to use. Right, as you can see over here, there are various templates that and this is dummy account, so you will see a lot of dummy data and all of that. But yeah, let's say I want to let's say I want to create a campaign which is book a call, right? So I can choose that template. This template I have created on my Meta account. The Vira app is automatically fetching all these templates that you have created in your Meta account. It is automatically fetching from your WhatsApp or Meta account. Okay, so yeah, so I can choose a campaign, I can choose a template, and then I can choose which HubSpot list do I want to send this campaign to. Okay. Now, the moment I choose a HubSpot list, I will automatically figure out whatever the campaign I want to send, and I can even do a token, right? Personalization token. Okay. So I want to choose a let's say I want to choose first name, or I want to choose something like whatever parameter that is there on HubSpot, right? So I can choose all of this. So the moment I choose a list, and if there is a parameter, any parameter, in my template, I can choose all of that, and I can just press enroll, right? And it will automatically start sending your HubSpot list the marketing campaign. I must mention here, if you're using HubSpot, you don't need a paid account, HubSpot paid account to enable this. You don't need the workflows functionality. You can just use this directly from the Vira app. You don't need even a starter version or pro version from HubSpot. You just even can use the free version of HubSpot, integrate Vira, and you can start sending marketing campaigns to your HubSpot list. Okay, so obviously, if you have workflows, you can use that as well. But if you don't, you can send it right from here. Okay, but the advantage of using this is generally that once you send these campaigns, you will start seeing these reports over here. How many contacts was the campaign sent to, how many processed, how many sent, failed, last process, and you can even pause and enable this campaign at any point in time. Let's say at some point in time you figure out, okay, I've done enough of this. I don't want this to continue any further, or I'm not getting good responses, right? So I can pause the campaign in between as well. Okay, so this is very useful from a marketing standpoint, right? If you're using a campaign and you want to control and you want to send to a small test space and say, okay, let's hold on, or you want to change the campaign, right? You can do all of that here. And then that is where the beauty comes in, that as a marketer, I want to see what happened, right? As a marketer, let's say I want to see what happened to all my campaigns, right? I can see these reports, and this is where the whole, for me as a marketer, I think this was the whole key, benefit, that okay, I can see how my campaigns are affecting my revenue pipeline, right? Earlier I was not able to do this. HubSpot also has a native integration, but I cannot look at my WhatsApp campaigns or WhatsApp messages and say that, okay, are these influencing my deals or not, right? As a marketer, I think ROI is one key thing we are always looking for. And the whole idea of using Vira was that, okay, we can do this. We can look at our campaigns, we can see messages sent, how many people actually got it, how many saw it, how many became opportunity, how many customers converted out of these WhatsApp campaigns. Even if there are some people who are already part of those deals and you're sending a WhatsApp campaign, then did that influence, right? So as a marketer, you must be reaching out to people at multiple places, right? So it may be a LinkedIn campaign, it may be a WhatsApp campaign, an email campaign, right? But everywhere there is a certain attribution that goes through, right? So far we were not able to attribute WhatsApp marketing into our campaign influence, but now we can. Yeah, you will see number of deals influenced, number of deals won, everything. If there is a WhatsApp message associated with a contact who is part of a deal, you will start seeing that, okay, this person was also part of this, and this was got created or closed one because as WhatsApp also played a part here. So as a marketer, I think this was a huge sigh of relief for me because I can now show ROI to whoever I want. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. There are a few questions. How much time does it take to get the template to approve? Once we create a template, okay. Generally, the template is approved within a day. Sometimes we even see support template, within a few seconds. Really, also we've seen that happen. Like we'll put a template, we'll send it for approval, we refresh the screen, it gets approved. Sometimes we've seen even that. But WhatsApp says that it can take up to a day to get your template approved. So yeah, just telling you both the sides, few seconds also, but if you're lucky, but generally it can take up to a day. Okay. Next question is, once we create a template and it is approved, can we use it inside a HubSpot workflow in order to reach those leads and have someone? That is a yes. You can use those templates within HubSpot workflows. You will start seeing, once you integrate the app, you know our app or even HubSpot's native app, you will start seeing those templates appearing in your workflows. Uh, and is it necessary to collect a specific privacy consent inside the form? So yes, you need to have the user's consent. That is a mandatory requirement from WhatsApp. That is a yes. Uh, However, various apps work differently. HubSpot's native app asks the user. So if I were Nisway, if I as Nisway was sending these messages, HubSpot will say, okay, Nisway's customers should be saying or marking yes to those messages, to the WhatsApp message. Until then, I cannot send a WhatsApp message using the HubSpot's native integration. Right? But some of the other apps, including our app Vira, you can set that. Okay, yes, I have consent from Giovanni in my HubSpot account, and I can mark that as a yes, and I can send the message. So yes, so various apps work differently. A lot of apps allow this. The way Vira also works, that you can mark yes on behalf of your customer. However, do remember the customer still always has the right to mark you as spam or say that I did not sign up for this. Right? Every time a message goes to the customer from a business for the first time, it will WhatsApp will give you the option, will give the user the option to mark as spam or say that okay, I did not sign up for this. Right? So do remember, and if a lot of people start saying that I did not sign up or this is spam, your number can get blocked. WhatsApp can block your number. Again, it depends on how many, what is the percentage of numbers reporting your spam. But yes, you can send even by marking yourself that okay, this users have given me the consent. So yes, but yes, consent is necessary. Either you are providing as a business or the end customer is providing themselves. Either way, it has to be there. A HubSpot property generally gets updated whenever the consent is a yes or a no, or it's not there. Right? So it has to be yes. It cannot be no. It cannot be blank. It has to be yes for the message to go through. Okay. Could you show how to set up a workflow based on the client response? Is it an activity and you need to have a WhatsApp Business API? Yes. So yes, if you want to, Michael, if you want to set up a workflow, okay. So let's say I want to set up a workflow. In fact, I think something similar I already have. So let me show you. Uh, okay, let me quickly. I hope this is better. So in this case, this is a case where I want to send a message or I want to initiate various HubSpot and WhatsApp workflows, messages as well as something internally in HubSpot based on what the user is sending. Okay, so over here, if you see, it says if the message has been received and message contains any of these three words: purchase or buy or interested. So I can choose keywords. I can say, in your case, it could be, pricing. It could be anything else, right? You can choose what keywords you want to put there, and a trigger can be set based on that. So yes, that is the answer to that is yes, and this is how you do it. Okay, and then based on that, you can say whatever you want to do. So in our case, this is the workflow that we built. That okay, when if the message contains any of these three messages, I can rotate the lead between two of my sales reps, two contact owners. Then I can create a deal, okay, and assign it to the sales rep, whoever got assigned in the previous case. Further, I can set the WhatsApp consent given to yes, and I can send the customer a WhatsApp message. right? That okay, your you know we've got your response, and my sales rep will reach out to you, and I can include that as a token. So let's say I want to say Michael, or I can use that as a token that okay, contact owner. So whenever the message goes back to you, it will have the message, thank you for reaching out to Nestle. Abhinav will reach out to you, with the sales rep's name. So contact owner's name, I can customize or automate that as well, right? Does that solve your use case, Michael? Is that what you're looking for? Okay, cool. Yes, of course, you can do this in our app. Over here, if you notice this small V icon, basically this is the Vira app that we are using here. It is the same app that you saw over here, which has all these reports and everything over here. Okay, so it has all these options. But yeah, the idea is that yes, as a marketer, I should be able to do all this. I can set up workflows and I can do stuff internally within HubSpot as well, right? So the use case that we are coming from is that a lot of times you've seen businesses say that okay, I have a common number which is used for WhatsApp API that I put on my website, and whenever a customer initiates a conversation from there, I want them to know that okay, yes, a deal has been created, or I want my sales rep to know that a deal has been created. Additionally, I can send the deal owner a Slack message that okay, yeah, this deal has been created and assigned to you, and at the same time the customer or the prospect also gets a WhatsApp message that yes, we've received your inquiry and this person is going to reach out to you. So yes, all of this can be automated. Okay. Abhishek says, yes, Michael. Yes, you will have to take that subscription. Okay, official statement is up to 24 hours, though now most of the approval get, yeah, within 30 minutes. Yeah, that's right. Uh, oh, okay, that was a response. Okay, cool. So that is answered. Great. Three app, not really. We will use your Meta account. So, like over here, if you notice, this is Nestle's Meta account over here. Okay, so that will be your account. Then there will be HubSpot, yes, and Nestle. That's right. So yes, uh, yeah. Uh, Cool. So that's another use case how marketing and sales can work together. What we've also seen is a lot. Some of our customers have, so we have multiple apps. One of our app supports the phone version as well. If you're using the phone business app on the phone, you can connect that as well. And again, you can set these triggers. The triggers at least over here that we just saw. These you can set up even if you get a phone version. You cannot, and you can do the rest of the things, whatever we are seeing here on the HubSpot side. The only thing that you cannot do is send this WhatsApp message, because on the phone version you're not allowed to send a automated message. But the rest of the things you can still do, right? You can create the contact, you can create a contact if that user does not exist in your HubSpot account, and then eventually you can create a deal and you can do the rest of the things as well, right? So all of this is possible. Now, just take a minute. Okay, no more questions. Okay, so these are some of the things you can do here. You can club your marketing team. You can use your sales team to use these numbers as well. Sales team, I must mention, like I said, a lot of the customers use the sales reps use their personal or numbers on their phone. They may be on the business app, but again they're on the phone, right? So you can connect that to HubSpot as well and say that okay, I want some of these use cases, triggers to be enabled on my phone app as well. So all that can also be done. And the beauty of the phone app integration is that even if you shut down your computer, and once you integrate, of course, but once you shut down your computer, you're on the field, right? So a lot of real estate agents use our user integration, so they're always on the field. So whatever communication they're having while being on the field, everything gets recorded into the CRM, and you can see reports based on sales reps, or based on last month, right? How many messages they are exchanging with prospects. Again, if you're a sales manager, you must be looking at data like how many emails the reps are sending, or how many calls they're making. You can even get answers on how many WhatsApp messages they're exchanging with prospects, right? So again, this is different. What we're seeing on the screen, the Vira app is on the automation side of things, but on the phone version also you can get all these data, and you can track all these conversations and create all these triggers, right? So all of this is how some of our customers are using it. Okay. Uh, Let's go to another use case. Which one is this? Okay, here's another interesting use case. So one of our customers is what they want. What they're doing is they wanted whenever a contact is created. So again, they have the WhatsApp icon on their website. What they wanted to know is that whenever a WhatsApp icon, when somebody clicks the WhatsApp icon and sends the business a message, after a follow-up message from the customer, they say that okay, now this should get created into an opportunity. Okay, now this is all again dummy data, but their answer to having a response time between a message received by the business and an opportunity created was dependent on how many when the WhatsApp messages was exchanged, right? So every time, in this case, let's say if I am the user over here, okay, so on an average my deals were getting created from a contact to a deal stage was 13 hours. Okay, for somebody else it's just 6 hours, for somebody else it's 13 days, for somebody it's a few seconds, right? So their use case was that I want to track that, okay, what is the time between a contact creation and a deal being created, right? So that's how they have created this automation, and we helped them create this report within HubSpot itself. So the sales managers now are able to see that okay, whatever happens, I can see that okay, this is my average deal creation time from a new contact to a new deal, right? Okay, this will work. Yeah, this will work with the starter plan. No, no, you don't need a. The workflows will you will need the pro. Okay, let me just go back and show this. Essentially, what we saw here. This is a workflow. Okay, a multi-step workflow. For this, you need a HubSpot Pro account. Yes. For sending the campaigns, you don't need that. But if you want to set up these, multiple level workflows, you need a HubSpot Pro or Enterprise account. Yes. But I think now with seat-based pricing, you can have just simple, take just one seat on the pro side, and you can, go ahead with it. Uh, so yeah, HubSpot you have, but what about this way? On this way, you can choose any plan. The plans are based on your usage, not on features. Okay, so you can use any plan, even the lowest plan, will work. Starter plan will also work for all this setting up, all of this and sending everything basically. Yeah. Okay, so that was another use case I wanted to share, right? So a lot of people use it for reporting, and they obviously come back to us and say, hey, can you set this up a report for us within HubSpot, right? Some of the reports you've seen that okay, I want to just have an answer on how many messages are being exchanged in a month. I want to have an answer on what was the last activity, and last activity type can be WhatsApp as well now, right? It cannot earlier in HubSpot you would only see between email and calls. Now you can also have WhatsApp as a last activity type, and you can send an automation that okay, if the last activity, if the last WhatsApp message was you know let's say before 24 hours earlier, so I can set up another workflow that okay, if no message has been exchanged on WhatsApp for the last 24 hours, send them this message. You want to keep the customer engaged, right? So you can send them another message, right? So you can set all these marketing automations based on how your users are interacting. Okay. Uh, okay. Let me. We're just 10 minutes away. So let me. Okay. Here is another use case that one of our customers is using. Uh, they're using it for the meeting booking again, and they want to send different messages based on where the meeting is getting booked from. So they have different regions, right? And they have not just different sales reps, but they have different products and different uh, messaging that they want to send to the user based on where they're booking the meeting from, right? So of course on the form they have the location parameter, location field. Once the user fills that field, right, so we've created this workflow that okay, if this goes into one location, a different WhatsApp message goes, versus if they are on a different location. Over here, if you notice, this is a within a city called Mumbai, there are different locations. In Mulund, a different message goes. uh, in Thane, a different message goes, right? So you can have based on that okay, based on the location. So this customer wanted based on location, right? So they started using different messages. Obviously, the templates were approved by WhatsApp, but they started using different messages, right? So you could do that as well, right? So I'm just sharing, some of our customers' use cases, and these are all dummy that we've recreated on our portal. So a lot of this you will see as dummy, but the use cases are real. How customers are using, right, for their marketing activities. Okay, so that's another one. Uh, Okay. Anybody who knows here what are WhatsApp flows? Uh, no. Okay. Uh, so WhatsApp has just launched this functionality. I think just probably within the last 3 to 4 months only, where they're trying. What they're trying to do is, in all honesty, they're trying to replace a website. Okay. So I can create. We create forms in HubSpot, right? And then we ask or we create a landing page, and then we send. Like I also did, right? I gave you the link to a landing page, and I asked you to fill a form, right? And based on that, next things will happen. Next set of things will happen, right? WhatsApp has created something called as WhatsApp flows. You must Google about it. WhatsApp flows. Okay. Uh, what you can do is, as a business now, I can create a form within WhatsApp, and this form, if the user fills, it captures the information. Let me quickly show you actually. Uh, so I'm in my Meta account over here. Over here, you will look at I'm in under WhatsApp flows. Now you can see over here it says what is the flow. Now I'll show you. This is a WhatsApp flow. Now this message will come on your WhatsApp phone. Okay, if you initiate a conversation again with this way, you will see this message will come to you. Now this I have created on my Meta account. I have created these fields over here. You can see email, HubSpot portal ID, which product are you talking about, when do you want to connect. So this is a support ticket that I have created, support form that I have created. If the user reaches out to me and says, I want to raise a support ticket, so I don't have to go and ask them to fill a HubSpot form right now, which is what we do as of now, right? But WhatsApp has said, okay, you can send a form within WhatsApp interface, and this you can create obviously in your Meta account, and this you can send to the user. Now as an end user, I can fill all of these, and I can just press submit or done, whatever, and the information is sent. Now what we have done is, we've created in Vira, you have this mapping screen. Now over here you saw there were these 4 fields, right? Email, portal ID, what product, and what is the time to connect. On my Vira account, what I have done is I have created these same fields. Okay, on my WhatsApp flow, these are the fields. What HubSpot property do I want to map when the user fills this field? Okay, so I can say email ID. It will, whenever the user fills what email ID on their WhatsApp chat, this will get synced with my HubSpot account email ID, right? Same. So all of this I can set, right? I can say HubSpot portal ID. I can choose which product. I can say, whatever the product information is. I can choose a field. So basically, all these are getting populated from my HubSpot account. Okay, and whatever the user fills on their WhatsApp chat, this will all get pre-populated in my HubSpot properties. Okay, within HubSpot, the property will get populated, and then based on whatever conversation I had on HubSpot, I have not asked the user to go and fill a form on my website or anywhere else. Just within WhatsApp, they have interacted with me, and I have got everything within HubSpot. And not just this, now I can create a workflow based on whatever the property is updated, right? So I can say, okay, if the property, update time to connect says 3 p.m. on 15 June, I can create a meeting, right? I can send them a WhatsApp message, okay, meeting confirmed. I can send them then the follow up on 15 morning, right? Okay, now the meeting is there, right? So I don't need the user to go anywhere else. Wherever my user is, which is there, whenever they are on WhatsApp, I will see everything. Okay. So whenever a user sees anything on WhatsApp, I can stick with them on WhatsApp and I can have everything on HubSpot as well. Yes, Abhishek. Uh, wait, I can see you requesting. How do I do that? Sorry, requesting. Sorry, if anybody can help here, Simran, can you give presenter mode to Abhishek? He wants to probably talk about something. Uh, how do I do that? Sorry, sorry, just some logistics, but okay, there you are. Yes, tell me.
Abhinav, just one question here. This is a crucial piece of information for me. Now, if somebody fills up that form and you're saying that
In WhatsApp, you mean?
yes, and a
Okay.
meeting request is a very crucial, important information for me.
Okay.
Meeting created. will it actually automatically create a meeting in HubSpot for that date and time if I wanted to?
It's a good question. In HubSpot, can I create the meeting automatically through workflow? Not sure. Okay, let me just check. Deepak, Ankita, are you there on the call? Maybe you guys can help me answer this. Hmm, are you there on the call? Let me just see. Sorry, I'm not very detailed. Okay, Deepak says no. That's not a supported workflow action. Okay. But it's a good use case, Abhishek, that you pointed out. So I can, you want the meeting to be created. So Deepak, is there a workaround that you can think of? Uh, or it will have to be manually? You can share the meeting link separately. I know, but it's a good point, right? If I'm sharing the time, uh, yeah. Simran, can you add Deepak to on the presenter mode as well? Maybe we can just talk about it. It's a new use case. We can just talk about it and see what's possible. Dave is saying is why is it not possible? Okay, let's just hear from Deepak and have a conversation. Mm, Simran, Deepak, not able to add. Okay, let me see if I can do it. I don't see that option either. Okay, Deepak is there finally. Yes, Deepak, do you want to talk about why is it not possible and if there is a workaround for this?
Yeah, so the short answer is, can this be done? Yes, it can be done. Okay. Can this be done without tech? Not right now. Uh, so because why? Because HubSpot does not have a action in the work. So what this is doing is, when the your prospect is filling out the form on WhatsApp, all those properties are getting stored in the HubSpot contact record of that prospect, right? Now, based on these properties being stored, you can trigger another workflow which can take four more actions, like assigning to a rep, notifying the rep that the prospect has requested a meeting for this product and this time, stuff like that. But we don't see an action to create a meeting in HubSpot at the moment. We can create deals
Okay.
and other kind of objects like tickets and stuff. But creating a meeting on a particular rep's calendar, that's not an action provided by HubSpot as of now.
Okay.
If you want to accomplish this, we will need to involve some bit of tech. There are two things I want to suggest here. One, this is the example of the most basic type of flows that are available in Meta, which are just basic forms that you would have on website. Okay. Meta has provided capabilities where you can actually load the reps meeting link inside WhatsApp. So you collect this information, then you can load their meeting calendar inside WhatsApp. The prospect can choose the date and time and submit. Okay. So flows are now very advanced. Within a flow, you can have a form as well as some third-party functionalities. We have seen some examples on Meta's case studies and website, which are around getting information through a form on WhatsApp for let's just say document signing purposes, then initiating a e-signature application within WhatsApp where the prospect can sign and then submit all of it together and push it to the CRM. So that's one way. Second way would be, you keep things simple on WhatsApp interface. So you collect the information and then use some HubSpot APIs to create that meeting via APIs that HubSpot provide. Yeah, but without
When
involving
you
tech
say
in both
API,
the yeah, yeah,
yeah, when you say API, you mean I need a developer. That is one that I understand. But
yes.
do I also need something in HubSpot like a Ops Hub or something, or is it any subscription can enable that?
No, you would need, like, if you will need some place to fire your code, like some server. So either you
Sure.
set it up separately, like a custom, server where your code is running, or you have Ops Hub where you can have this, yeah, where you can run your code basically. But yeah, some server will be required to run your code. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Interesting. Abhishek, does that answer first of all?
It does. Thank you.
It does. All right. Okay. Dave, you had mentioned, does it answer for you as well? And I'm just looking at the chat. Uh, you had also mentioned, can our agents send with the WhatsApp business API? Dave, are you there still on the call? Quickly, if you can share that, if that answered your question. Can our agents with the WhatsApp business API automated message from their own number to new incoming leads and do a follow-up WhatsApp message after receiving the response from the client's business API? Uh, hmm. Yeah, Dave, let's hear it from you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it's a bit difficult to to
Type, yeah,
explain
yeah.
it. The question is it possible if our agents send automatically WhatsApp via the WhatsApp Business API, automated messages, so welcome messages to our clients, and
Yes.
and so that will be from their own number. So there's the receiving party will see that's the number from the WhatsApp Business API of that specific agent. And then after having received an answer from that client, that the agent can respond not on their own phone, but they respond via HubSpot. And I have seen an example in Miami that is possible, but I'm curious how we can make that work.
Yes. So the short answer is yes. And let me just go back to the screen where I was showing you a dashboard. So what happens is, I can create a contact. I can send a message to you. Let's say, automated message. I can send it to you.
Hmm.
It will start appearing over here. Once you respond, I can, again use this dashboard to respond to you. So from HubSpot also, or from here also, and this dashboard is accessible only if you're logged into HubSpot. So I'm assuming that's the same thing. Okay. When you say rep's personal number, uh, that's not possible. The automated message. It has to be a WhatsApp API number. So as this way, I may have taken some number, right, and I can trigger a message from, let's say, to all the participants of today's user group. If
Okay.
you've given your phone number, assuming, right, so I can initiate that. I can trigger that.
So
But that
every agent has its own business API
you can
WhatsApp
you
number.
can take multiple numbers. Yes, you can do that.
There's
Yeah,
no workaround needed for it. It's already possible within this way,
that's right.
within HubSpot. So we can start doing it today.
Yeah, yeah. Go
Dave, just
ahead.
curious, how many agents are you talking about?
6.
That will work. Yeah. So Meta has some guidelines on how many API numbers it issues to a business. Okay. That guideline right now is at 20 numbers, from what I believe, 20 or 25. But if you take that many, API accounts from Meta and there are no reports, your account health is
No
good and
spam
everything,
reports.
no
Yeah,
spam reports, etc., then you can request them to increase your limit as well. For 6 agents, yeah, you are already allowed to take
Oh, yeah.
up to
And,
25. Yeah.
and is there some manual for this to that where we can read how we can activate it?
Yes, yes.
yeah.
So
Where
you mean to say once you have taken it from Meta, or you mean to say activating in Vira, in the
I'm
Misway
talking
app
about
that you're saying?
this way indeed. So how we can make it work?
Yeah, sure, sure. We have the guideline as well as the CSM team. So Ankita, who's on the call, she's our customer success manager. So you basically any customer who even starts a trial gets a onboarding call with a customer success manager. So they help you get all of this done. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and will it be a WhatsApp business number or WhatsApp business API?
Business API. What
API.
you're seeing on the screen, that's a tool which strictly connects with the business API number only. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a great, great use case indeed, because we can directly start up the conversation with our clients instantly.
Yeah.
Because right now we're losing a lot of time between the moment that we receive the message and that we respond to that message, and that the client is responding to us.
Yes, yes. Exactly why I showed you that aspect as well, that you can send an automated message, but the reporting also, right? The time gap, a lot of businesses lose business because there is so much time gap between a initial message and the response. So yes, in
Yeah.
fact, when one of our customers case, we've seen them, their sales numbers go up 300% just because they were able to respond quickly to
Wow.
the
Wow.
prospects. Yeah,
Where,
yeah.
where can we find if we are going to start with this? Where and where can we find yeah, how to start up this process, where we can find more information?
Okay. Utkarsh, do you have your calendar link? I'll just ask my colleague. He'll give you his calendar link. Just book a meeting and we'll get you started.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah. Utkarsh, I hope you're around on the call. If you can share your meeting link. Okay, there
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I received it.
Yeah. So just book a meeting with Utkarsh and we'll bring in the team and we'll get you onboarded.
Yeah. And do you have some business cases where you can see the 400% growth? Is it based on use cases that you have seen before?
This the use case that I mentioned, it was in the education industry, university essentially trying to engage students to enroll into their program, and they
Okay.
were sending emails and all, and obviously students don't check emails, but they do check WhatsApp. So they started
Yeah.
responding on WhatsApp, and their lead time, actually went from 3 months to 3 weeks. The closure from the new contact to close one deal. Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Sounds very good. Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
elaborating.
Sure. So, Dave, what industry or what use case do you have?
The industry, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
your
it's
industry.
real estate. We develop homes in Sardinia. So it's
Okay.
new business, yeah, new developed constructed homes.
Okay.
The clients that are interested to buy, yeah, these homes are contacting with us.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, a lot of real estate companies are using our integration. So yeah. So once you get on the call, maybe I'll join as well, and we can talk more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, great, and yeah, thanks, and compliments for your presentation.
Thank you. Thanks,
Yeah,
Dave.
thank you.
Stanley, you requested presented. You wanted to talk as well.
if it's possible.
Yeah.
So it won't the WhatsApp business API won't be connected to the phone number of the agent, right?
No.
Okay, so it's like having two phone numbers, one phone number of the agent of business, and then one phone number of the business
As an
API.
organization. Yeah.
Okay, as an organization. Okay, and it's not possible to connect them.
Yeah, so these are two different apps, and that is why I mean two different WhatsApp use cases, which is why WhatsApp also gives two different things. One is the phone app, and one is the API. We have at Nestle two different apps as well for the same reason. One connects with the phone app that you want to connect to HubSpot as well. You can also, and then the other one is this one, which we are seeing on the screen, which is working based on the WhatsApp API. Now, both of them can be connected to HubSpot, and in both cases, you can have the conversation from within HubSpot as well, right? The difference is if you connect the phone app, you cannot send any automated WhatsApp message.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, that is the only or primary difference, I should say, not the only but primary difference, right? You cannot send anything automated, any automated message, at least when you connect the phone app. So what we have seen some companies do it, they connect the official organization number on the website. They will give the WhatsApp icon. Once a user clicks and initiates a conversation, it gets assigned to a rep who will then take it on their personal number,
Yeah. So
right?
like a customer care, like a pre-sale agent. So someone should have, so our company should have like a person that distribute later the the lead to the sales agent, right?
That's right. You can again set up workflows, like I said earlier, to automatically distribute these leads based on location or whatever parameters you want to set. You can set automation also. You don't need somebody to do it manually.
Okay, and but it cannot be done without assignment. So that when it comes in, that's directly coming into the box of one of the agents um, instead of at one central point. So we have 6
No, no,
agents.
it can come to a central point as well. So this dashboard that you're seeing, you can see I am logged in from my account, abhinav@nesway.com, but my team can also log into this same exact dashboard, and they can also see all the conversations and respond. So if I am offline or I am on holiday, Deepak can fill in and take the conversation from there. That is
Like
possible.
maybe the question also is like if a lead comes, would it rotate to this six business API?
Oh, is that the question? Okay.
Because there are six agents
Okay.
So how's the lead coming, Stanley? Is it coming on WhatsApp or is it coming on
coming on meta ads.
Meta ads? Yeah, then it can rotate. That's basically a HubSpot function, right? Because of meta ads, it will get created in HubSpot, and from there, it's based on the parameters that are there on the lead that you have collected, you can choose which agent you want to send it to, or just do a round robin.
But
Uh,
rotated to the agent and also to the WhatsApp API, like number. Do you
Got
get it?
it.
Because it's not only the contact owner rotation, it's also like a WhatsApp API rotation.
Yeah. So Stanley,
Yes.
one comprehensive use case for someone like you would be that you have one API number, okay, which is the business, which is the central number, okay. That's the number where you are doing your ads, meta ads, okay. So you can collect, you can run ads which are like click to WhatsApp ads, right? And whoever is interested clicks on the ad, they will, automatically send you a WhatsApp message on that API number, right? Once you have that message, then you can trigger that form that we earlier showed, right? As that form is triggered, you can get them to fill some of the qualifying questions, right? Maybe their name, email, what is their budget, or the location they are interested in. Some qualifying questions, right? And as you collect that, after that, you can one save all of this data in HubSpot, and secondly, you can send them. You can have a workflow where, based on the responses they have given in the form, let's just say you have 6 locations, right? They selected one of those 6 locations, and for that location, you have me as your sales rep, right? So in the HubSpot workflow, you can define that if the location selected is X, then give it to Deepak. Okay. So what that would mean is, as the lead will be assigned to me in HubSpot, the API number can also reply to the contact that this is your assigned rep. This is the number of your assigned rep. Okay. So the API number can drop the WhatsApp number of your rep. Now this rep is not on the API number. He could be on, like, that's your choice whether you want the rep to be on an API number or on the simple phone number. We have seen that most of the real estate agents, they do a lot of field work, so they prefer to be able to access WhatsApp on their phones,
For sure.
and yeah, and hence they don't want their number to be converted into an API number, right? But because at the first time you are gathering the initial information on the API number, you can also trigger an automated response to the customer that we have decided your rep and this is your rep's number. And at the same time, you can also notify the rep that this is a new lead for you, right? So the agent has the rep's number, and the rep also has the agent's. The rep has the contact's information, so they can just reach out to them via their own phone WhatsApp, basically. Does this sound like a flow that would help you in increasing your
I think
conversions, maybe?
I pretty understand it. Okay, I think it would be Dave Stern if he understands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's several flows and options, I guess. The flow that I have in mind is there's an incoming lead coming in, and then going to send out automatically from from the number that belongs to an agent, an outgoing automated WhatsApp message. The client is responding to us, and then we do the follow-up message to respond to that response.
Yeah, so that can definitely happen. The only thing is, in terms of you'll need all the agents to be on API number for that, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
But it won't be
and
rotation.
No, it's no. It's they have all separate API numbers, I think.
Yeah, but also if they have all six different API number, but would it rotate it the first lead? Will it be sent from WhatsApp number API number one, and then the second lead will be WhatsApp number API two, and then the third lead will be can it rotate also the WhatsApp API
Yeah.
number?
uh,
Uh, but you said before it's not possible. You need one WhatsApp API that respond like a general that filters, and then later it can rotate to the owners that can
Yeah.
respond with WhatsApp, the normal WhatsApp.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. So because I think your customer is sending the message on an API number, so you are by definition giving your customer one number to send the message, right? It could be possible that in different ads you are promoting different WhatsApp
Yeah,
numbers. Yeah. So then basically whichever number the customer will message, that agent will automatically be the owner of that lead, right? Or get automatically notified.
Yeah. But
Uh,
the rotation on the incoming messages. So let's say we have 100 leads, 600 leads coming in. We want those 600 leads to be divided on those six agents. So every agent gets 100 leads, an equal part. So there's the first step is to rotate, and after rotating, there's going to be sent out an automated WhatsApp.
Hmm.
yeah. So if you are not getting those, I think in principle this can be done with an API number, and then agent numbers could be like a business numbers. But it's important like how you are collecting those leads. Maybe yeah, just having a separate conversation would be I think better, in which we can explore more in detail.
Yeah.
Dave, if that's okay. Yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, guys. That was a very interesting use case. Never heard of it, but yeah, Dave Stanley. Let's take it offline. You have Utkarsh's calendar. Deepak, maybe you want to put in your calendar as well, and things
Really,
can
thank
book.
you very much. It's
Yeah.
very, very appreciated to give your time.
No, absolutely, Stanley. That's great. I know we are over time, but I also had somebody from the UAE. One of our customers, Adil. Uh, Adil, are you around? Sorry, it's a little late, but are you still around? I sorry, it got a little late. I think we are already 15 minutes over time. So yeah, so for the audience, Adil is the head of IT for Bounce Middle East. Bounce is a trampoline park and has multiple trampoline parks and park venues across the Middle East. So and he's been using WhatsApp into his marketing, including WhatsApp advertising and everything, like Stanley and team were also mentioning. So just wanted to bring Adil here and hear from his perspective how they're using it at Bounce, WhatsApp and HubSpot, the marketing piece. Adil, if you want to share a little bit, that would be great. Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Right. Wonderful. And you're also using, are you already using WhatsApp flows also, or are you planning to? No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think, and I think I did hear about your use case about WhatsApp flows and also why it got prioritized in our product roadmap also. So what you just saw today, I think it's still on the demo account. It's still not live for any customer. It just got, done yesterday, in all honesty. So yeah, so I mean, what you're saying, and I see, your use case is exactly what fits here, right? You want just the customer just use WhatsApp and exclude everything else, and yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad, our solution could be of help. Ankita did mention that, you've been using it very efficiently and you've seen a huge improvement in the marketing ROI. So I thought it would be a great idea to hear you out. I think, right. Thank you so much for coming in. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Uh, I know it's a little late, but yeah, just since he's here. Yeah. Okay, there is another question meanwhile. Wanted to know one thing. A new user of HubSpot multiple times to send bulk promotion to a customer, but they were shown not to send on our portal, but I didn't get any. Okay, great question. Must mention about this, Preeti. Thank you for asking. So WhatsApp has started limiting how many marketing messages a customer or a end user gets in a day. Okay, it has started rolling this feature out in various countries. In India, it got rolled out about 3 months ago. So let's say, as an end user, can only get, let's say, about 20, messages, WhatsApp messages, marketing messages in a day. So, if you as a business are the 21st person to send me that message, I will not get it. While your HubSpot account will show that message has been sent and it is showing the right thing, that yes, message was sent, but the user will not receive it, right? So there will be a difference between sent and delivered, and sent and delivered and read, and all those differences will start increasing. Or if you've not already seen, it should already be high, because WhatsApp has started limiting how many, at the user end, not at a business end. As a business, it will allow you to send. It will show in your workflow that yes, message workflow completed, but the user will not get the message. That is the primary reason why a lot of people are not getting those messages, especially in countries like India, where WhatsApp has already rolled out this condition. So that must be the reason, 100%. Uh, so if anybody else is also seeing that, workflows shows the message is sent, but the customer has not received it in the promotional or marketing messages, WhatsApp is limiting those. Again, you can Google this and you will find, WhatsApp's official statements also around this. But yeah, it's a condition by WhatsApp. Because yeah, people started spamming a lot, so obviously WhatsApp had to do something before people started letting go of WhatsApp. So yeah, that's there. Anyway, so yeah, I hope that answers. uh, we're already 30 minutes over time. I don't want to take any additional minute. We are, like I said, some of these features we've just launched yesterday. So if you want to reach out to us and figure out how this can work or solve your use case, you have Utkarsh and Deepak's calendar over there. Just wanted to mention that some of these features are not there in any app on the marketplace as of now. Like Adil also mentioned, even the WhatsApp provider, MessageBird, etc., do not have this functionality yet, but we are launching it. So we're the first in the HubSpot marketplace who has all this, there. And yeah, if you want to explore more use cases, please feel free to reach out to us. This has been a very engaging hug event. I think by far I've never crossed over 30 minutes. So thank you everybody so much for being there, and for your questions, more importantly, because that, like I said, hug events, the objective is that people learn from other people. HubSpot customers learn from other HubSpot customers. So by sharing your use cases openly, I think a lot of us learned so many different things that we could apply into our businesses. So thank you for being open and sharing all of that.